Hey everybody, Steve here. I've been testing the Nikon Super Coolscan 9000ED for a couple of weeks. It's still a very famous film scanner on the market even nowadays. So today I want to talk about it. Let's see its pros and cons and what this legendary film scanner is capable of. So without further ado, let's jump right in. The first thing I want to talk about is connectivity. The scanner uses IEEE 1394 Firewire to connect, which is pretty outdated. It originally came with a 6-pin to 6-pin cable and a PCI Firewire card in the box, but for me it is useless because my Mac only has Thunderbolt 3 ports. So I bought a Thunderbolt to Firewire adapter and a Thunderbolt 3 to Thunderbolt 2 adapter, plus a Firewire 800 to Firewire 400 cable. So it works and pretty stable. I think that's the only way you can connect this old boy in 2025. Next, I want to talk a little about the scanning software I use. The 9000ED originally came with a Nikon Scan, but is not compatible with modern operating systems. So on the Nikon support page, they recommended two alternatives, VueScan and Silverfast. I tested both. I found that VueScan is a little bit faster than Silverfast when it comes to scanning speed, but it has fewer features. So my choice is Silverfast. You can scan in 48-bit HDR RAW for maximum quality, but you will lose the dust removal feature. Or you can scan in a non-HDR RAW format with all available features. The 9000ED can scan both 35mm and 120 format film, depending on which film holder you use. For 35mm film, it's pretty straightforward. The FH835S film holder, which comes with the scanner, does the great job. It can handle 12 frames at once, and since 35mm is relatively small, it's pretty easy to keep it flat in the holder. But scanning 120 format film is a little bit trickier, because 120 format film is much larger than 35mm film. It often falls or curls, making it very difficult to keep flat with a default film holder. That's a big drawback when it comes to scan quality. So I purchased the FH869G glass film holder, which significantly improved scanning quality. Of course, you need a masking sheet to prevent Newton rings. The 9000ED has a true 4000 dpi optical resolution, which is why this bad boy stands out. It can probably beat any flatbed scanner. But how does it compare to lab scanning or camera scanning? Let's find out. Alright, I got some 35mm film loaded into the film holder, and let's scan it, use the 9000ED and compare it with the lab scan. Let's do it. Let's scan it at a maximum quality, use Silverfast. Alright, it's done. It took about 4 minutes to scan one photo. Really slow, to be honest. I converted the negative use in Negative Lab Pro. Here's the comparison with the lab scan. The first thing I noticed is the file size. The Nikon scan file is much larger than the lab scan because it stores a massive raw data at a very high resolution. I'm not sure what scanner the lab used, but I always request the highest quality scans they offer. I think if you plan to edit your scans further, the Nikon scan gives you a much more room to work with. It retains a lot of detail from the negative. Okay, now let's scan a 120 format film and compare it to the digital camera scans. Alright, we got a massive file here. Oh, that's a really big file. After converting the negative, I noticed that the dynamic range and the color rendering of the Nikon scan are slightly better than the camera scan. Okay, the shadow here. You can see the skies. And you've got so much detail from the Nikon scans. Oh my god. The Nikon Super Coolscan 9000ED is still an incredible film scanner even in 2025. Its 4000 dpi resolution produces scans that can rival live scans and digital camera scanning. However, its outdated Firewire connectivity, slow scanning speed, and difficulty with 120 film flatness can be frustrating. That said, if you are serious about scanning film at home and want high-quality results, this scanner is a solid choice. Otherwise, I think camera scanning is a sweet spot for the job. Alright, that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know what you think in the comments. Alright, see you guys in the next one. Peace.